Hey folks, it's me, Madison, over at the Bold Blue blog, and I'm bringing you the newest installment in the Get Shit Done video series. As you recall, I told you that we would create information was not enough, that we needed to organize to get things done, and that I would periodically create a video in order to do that. So I have something that is important that I think we can come together and have an impact on. I'm gonna make this as quick as I can, so you know how I am. So, okay, sometimes I get a little wordy, right? Okay. Anyway, so if you have been sort of looking at the news lately, you may have noticed that there's a sort of a hubbub about some history textbooks that were published by McGraw-Hill and that had some erroneous information about American slavery and the American slave trade. In other the information was really sort of whitewashed and dumbed down and prettied up, and they called it, for example, the slave trade, they called it like involuntary migration, which was like the most ridiculous thing that I can't even imagine how you get that that phrase. But at the end of the day, there was a huge outcry. A mother actually saw this in her child's textbook, and she made a video that went hugely viral, and ultimately McGraw-Hill decided that yes, it was inaccurate and that they wanted to correct it. So here's the thing. They've agreed to correct it, and they said that they've corrected the online version of the book already immediately online. And they've made a commitment to change it, make the corrections in the next printed edition of the book. However, there are thousands, tens of thousands of these books in circulation across the country, and we believe that they need to be recalled. They need to be recalled and they need to be replaced, because we have these books in circulation that have gross inaccuracies, a faulty product. And they have gross inaccuracies in them, and they really should not be in circulation. Educating our children accurately is not a small thing, and we need to make sure that when the children get books, the information in their books, that the information is accurate. If the information is not accurate, then we need to get those books out of circulation. So I'm asking you now to go to the URL that you see below at the Go Left America URL and join our letter writing petition to McGraw-Hill, asking them to recall and replace these textbooks. We will ask you in that petition to leave your county, your zip code, and your state, because what we are also doing is we want to help you organize. We're going to send you some organizing tools so that in your county you can go to the school board, find out whether these books are being used in your community, and make sure that educators in your community have some accurate information, some accurate supplements to use immediately. Even if McGraw-Hill does agree to recall and replace these, it's going to take some time, and these materials are already out there right now. Educators need to have accurate information to present to their students. So I'm hoping that you will participate in this. And by the way, if this doesn't illustrate just how vitally important state and local politics are, I don't know what does. These books are all across the country. Essentially, the information in them was determined by the Texas Board of Education. These books are going to be in circulation for at least a decade. The Texas Board of Education has had this outsized power for a very long time. Every Democrat on the Board of Education had problems with the things that Republicans were trying to get put into the books. We reported this in our magazine back in November of 2014. And these weren't the only inaccuracies in the rewrites of history that Republicans were attempting to get inserted into the textbooks. They wanted to, for example, sort of not mention times of civil unrest, anything where there was civil unrest. Well, that's what? I mean, you don't take my word for it. Google it. You will see. Google Moses in American history and Texas Board of Education and see what comes up. You will see for yourself that they wanted to include a lot of things that were just ridiculous. They allowed very little input from the public. They allowed very little input from educators who were absolutely outraged about this. And I recognize that McGraw-Hill is sort of between a Texas border crazy and a hard place. But we cannot have these inaccuracies in our books. And folks, we have to pay attention to state and local politics because these are the types of things that affect all of us. They affect every single thing that happens in our real everyday lives. So if you have not taken an active part in getting active in your state and local, then you need to go to Bold Blue Media, find out what we do, because we are all about making sure that we are putting people in power who are about progress. And if you don't know about us and you haven't seen what we do, go to the website and find out and get involved. Support what we do, go out, and let's keep moving forward. Let's keep moving forward. Let's get some shit done.